west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the D. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. City eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage and fall through. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. A fiend's taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poke a stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, so tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantula. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, Just left the state bridge, looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my taxes. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just hustle, go set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me, and let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
bombard they whole operation. Certified priest, prophesied this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UBK style, can't stop now. Father's warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the bloodhounds. Try to design my death and got beside yourself. Swore draw for what you perform, how you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and adventures. Ain't got no love for them crackers, nah, just cruel intentions. And then my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches, worthy of vengeance. This your death sentence. I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. That's right. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that the end is still. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handbook. Bound to take these rappers back to school. My flow standing hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow and hand down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in a bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon, and I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife to their throat like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. That's right. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that the end is still. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
Messed up, no. Bad news, fit to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the counting, when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crate that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war. Yeah. Live in Chicago, you know what I mean? Home of the Midwest Monster of Mayhem, Captain Marquardt. Let's give a big hand to Cap for authorizing this podcast, you know what I mean? I am Precinct Officer of 1000 Mayad. I got my right-hand man over here, Precinct Officer of 1000 Kazawan. I got my other right-hand man over here, Precinct Officer of 1000 Aramawan. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I got my third right-hand man over here, Precinct Officer 500, Lakum Yala. And on the ones and twos, the mighty priest himself, Precinct Officer of 50, Ra'ash Karab. Go ahead.
You said it might sound crazy, but what your name stands for what?
My name means 100 hands.
Which means you got 50 right hands and 50 left.
There we go.
It's not strange.
It ain't nothing strange about it. You know what I mean? One man having 3 rights. You don't even want to see the other 47. I'm telling you right now. All right, so basically what we're going to do right here on the latest, man, is we're going to keep you up to date with the latest news that's going on in this wicked society that we live in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you some fresh perspectives on the things that's happening around the world. You know what I mean? So anybody want to say anything? This is an open forum right here.
If I could, yeah, just big ups to, Captain Marquardt, under Commander General Yahana.
That's right. For
allowing us to, be able to, just take over the airways of Chicago and just let it go out to the wind. Like, this is a special thing for us brothers because, you know what I'm saying? It just builds our character and its truth, and it allows us to teach other brothers, live and be on the air. So, big ups to Commander Jerry Yahana for just making the truth what it is and allowing us to grow. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
If I may, just anybody that's out there watching, please share. Of course, this is our first live, but also we want this to reach the masses as well. We enjoy the feedback and any comments, concerns, interactions that you want to put in the group in the chat. Please do, and we'll go over it later on.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a special now. This being the first live broadcast, we just finna get in here and do our thing the way we do it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But moving forward, we are gonna have a section of our show where we address your comments. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, hecklers beware. You know what I'm saying? Captain Marquardt done gave me the authorization under Commander General Yahana, you know what I'm saying, to have this show. He done gave us free reign on our podcast to do it how we do it. So I'm going to tell you right now, better watch what you say, boy. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and let's chop up some of these articles. What's going on in the world, Raj?
Yeah, concert. So first article, Brittney Griner arrives in U.S. following her release by Russian prisoner swap for arms dealer Victor Bout.
So Brittney Griner done got out the gulag, y'all. They let her out the gulag. She must have been in that bathroom with that one-shot hitter. You know what I mean? Anybody play Call of Duty know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So they done released Brittney Griner. They done let
And rightfully so. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna hold you. Brittany Griner, man, you know what I'm saying? It's not, regardless of what she done chopped off her body, you know what I'm saying? She's still a woman. Right. She's a female. You know what I'm saying? And she's a delicate, sensitive little girl who was locked up in one of the harshest, coldest environments in the world. Right. She ain't built for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. She might think that she a man. I chop my titties off. So can we say titties?
We said it already.
I'm already said my bad. I chopped my breast off. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm a man. I'm gonna walk and take this testosterone. Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And please forgive me, but I saw a picture of Brittany Griner and I was like, damn, shorty actually look good. You know what I mean? Like she's a good looking, you know what I mean, chick. You know what I'm saying? No, Brittany, man, you done messed up. Because I'm telling you, these mighty men in the UPK, look, we grew up rough and rugged climbing trees, mountain climbing. You know what I'm saying? I know you 7 feet tall, baby girl, but that don't mean a damn thing up in here. You know what I'm saying? Look, you get chopped down the sides real quick, Brittany. You know what I mean? You will get chopped down the sides up in the UPK. Go ahead.
So I was looking at a Facebook post that said, we traded the God of War for Juwanna Mann.
Right. Now that's the other part of this Brittany trade. That's what make this world international news. They traded Brittany Griner for Kratos. You know what I'm saying? They had Kratos locked up. Zeus mad right now. You know what I mean? Ares is pulling his horns out his helmet. Like, come on, all right? You traded a WNBA player. And I don't, is she even like the top?
She one of the top.
She one of the top? All right, well, you traded one of the top NBA players for the world's biggest arms dealer. I don't know who made that trade. You know what I'm saying? They need to holler at somebody real quick. They need to holler at the manager of the what's the name? The Yankees. See, when the Yankees managers made trades, they trade up. Right. That's why they in the World Series every goddamn year. They know how to make a good trade. Yo, President Biden. I don't know if you're watching the broadcast or not.
It's Byron.
Byron, President Biden. President Biden, I just want to let you know your trade was bogus. You not only cheated the wild world of sports, you cheated America. You cheated the world. Russia just got over on you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, for real, man. Like, you trade, okay, if anybody, y'all saw that movie, The Lord of War with Nick Cage, right? I ain't gonna lie, when I was in the world, I loved that movie. You know what I'm saying? That movie was cold, and I'm like, damn, this based off a real life person. Like, this a real person, this movie. Brittany Griner just got traded for the Lord of War. Brittany Griner just got traded for a man whose nickname is the Lord of War and the Merchant of Death. What's Brittany's nickname? Juwanna Mann? Like you said, Juwanna Mann. Come on. Like, you can't tell me that was a smart, sensible thing to do. This the people we got running our country, y'all. Not our country, but this is the people that you all have running your country. This is the people you all have in control of your world. Because you know who runs our nation? Commanding General Yohana. That's right. You know who's in control of our world? Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the man who y'all ignorantly call Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you right now, Britain, that Yahweh Shah would not have authorized that trade. He want only star players. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no way, man. You gotta be careful. I'm sorry. Anyway, don't let me ramble on.
I was gonna say, you know, it's gonna be a lot of blacks that say, you know, what we saying is so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a sister. This is why wouldn't we want our sister to come home? But you also got to realize this. That sister did something that was punishable to the Lord. So the Lord punished her by putting her into that prison system. And for that to be played out like that, and for America to give out a dude whose name is the Merchant of Death, I don't know if you guys realize that one sacrifice that she put on herself may be a cause and effect of a really bad thing later on when it comes to, you know, war. You already know that Russia is at war with Ukraine. And you got to think about something as well. it's gonna come a point in time when America is gonna enter this war, and you just gave them their bishop back. You know what I'm saying? And we got a pawn. So that was it.
If I may, real quick, and it's so heavy because I'm looking on Facebook or whatever, and there's a lot of people on Facebook that's saying, they let go of Brittany Griner, and you know, black people they so nostalgic when it comes to like headline stuff like this, where they letting homosexual is that what they call a woman that's gay, homosexual too, homosexual woman back. You know, they love that as like in the tabloids, but the thing is, they got to understand that America just did that only because they heard they slaves' cries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ever heard like back in the days when the slave they would give them a little piece of food or a little something just to like the Bible say a gift destroys the heart. That's their little gift that's gonna destroy the heart of all black people in America. They say, oh, they gave us back Brittany Griner. They actually do care about us. They care about us, and you notice it's right around voting season, right? So you got to realize it's voting season. They gonna make sure this didn't even get talked about by the tabloids until voting season came up. Now voting season up, it's like Brittany Griner came home. That means Joe Biden let him go. Joe Biden trying to get his seat back. That's all it is. And he horrible anyway. Right. So I don't care who take the seat, but regardless, he's horrible, and he using this as a what they call it, like a platform for his presidency. That's all.
The crazy part about it, what you're saying is, you know, it is right around the political season, and you got to realize that every year around the time where, you know, voting comes around, there's always a gift for black people. You know what I'm saying? From both sides, you got to realize we are the most precious vote that the politicians have, and I don't think black people understand that blacks and Hispanics understand that. You know, why do you think that the demographics screen is always put up and this is the black vote? You're going to get the white majority vote for Republicans all the time. Democrats is basing a whole campaign on blacks and Hispanics. You understand? To get voted in and for nothing to happen, just like what happened with Obama. Joe Biden is in office right now, and you tell me what ghettos has replenished themselves, has gotten better, where the schools has gotten better, where the blocks has gotten better. All I see it doing is getting worse. So.
And you got something to come? And here's the thing. Like you said, they're doing all this right now about voting season. Like you said, you know, on the plantation, they would give a little gift to the slave. But see, here's the thing about it. They only do things like that for good slaves. Brittany Griner is a good slave. You know what I mean? She's promoting the LGBTQSYZWN agenda. You know what I'm saying? To the full. You know what I mean? She supports that agenda to the fullest. You know what I mean? It's in her heart. It's in her soul. It's in her body. It's in her life and her lifestyle. So of course they're trying to pull her over here because now she's going to be a star. She's going to be a superstar for the LGB letter club. You know what I'm saying? For black people, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, don't get too ahead of yourself celebrating her release, because at the end of the day, her being locked up was her fault.
Right.
You know how many brothers and sisters you do not celebrate the release of that got off of trumped up charges, you know what I'm saying, who've been in American prisons for 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years for something they did not do. Right. So don't get all excited because they traded, you know, some sister who wanted to go over there and smoke reefer, you know what I'm saying, in Russia, play basketball for hundreds of thousands of dollars, smoke reefer. Lord knows what she's doing with them Russian basketball groupies. Let's be for real. They parading her wife around the media, but come on, man. All athletes have groupies. Right. You know what I'm saying? You think Russia don't got lesbians? You know what I'm saying? They probably got some of the biggest weightlifting, mighty butch women you want to see ever in this world. And Brittany over there with them. It's probably the only time she get to be feminine is when she in the hands of that big Russian bodybuilding woman. You know what I'm saying? Come here, comrade. You know what I'm saying? Babushka, face it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like, and look, yeah, people gonna look and say, y'all bogus talking about Brittany. No, Brittany bogus for putting herself in this situation. Now, don't get it wrong, though. I agree with my general. Yes, it's Brittany Griner should have been released out of prison because all she is a scared little girl locked up somewhere in a dark hole overseas. Yeah, trading the God of War, trading Kratos for her was an ignorant thing, but it needed to be done to get her back home. You know what I mean? Because she's not a man. No matter what she does, she's not a man. Okay? She's a girl. She's a woman. No matter how she done chopped off and made herself up to be. You know what I mean? She's not designed to fight these battles. She's not designed to fight war. She's not designed to be really actually in prison for years and years and years while America negotiates what would be considered a fair trade. You know what I'm saying? So let's give a little applaud to Brittany. You're free. The God of War is loose. You know what I mean? You talking about Kratos has officially been set loose on the Ukraine, y'all. So get ready, Ukraine. You know what I mean? We over here. I'm just gonna drink some strong. Right. You know what I'm saying? Eat some popcorn or some fried chicken and watch what Kratos do to the Ukraine. Watch how this war on Russia step up. You know what I mean? This Russian war is finna pop up. Yeah, anyway, though, go ahead.
And that's what you're saying is so heavy because a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of the guy that was let loose.
Damn right.
And they think that he's gonna go back to Russia and just go to prison in Russia. He's about to go straight to work.
That's funny. Oh. Somebody said that too. Somebody told me, they was like, so did America give him to Russia so they can put him in Russian jail? I said no. He's a Russian ally.
Right.
That's why I made the comparison of they gave us a pawn and we gave them a bishop. We gave them somebody who can help them in their fight. They gave us somebody who is just
entertainment.
Right.
Entertainment.
An entertainer there. Somebody who could go and run,
right.
Shoot that ball. You know what I mean? Y'all can clap and celebrate. Meanwhile, Victor, like you said, Victor finna go to work. Victor finna show what them stash. Now, don't get it wrong. If you saw Lord of War, they arrested him at a stash house.
Right.
Okay, they don't know where the rest of his stash house is at and what other weapons that man got. Then he got all connections all around the world to all types of loose, free, high-tech weapons. So, hey, Ukraine.
Lord be with you.
Right.
Lord be with you. Oh, no, actually.
Lord, don't be with you.
Hey,
Ukraine, whatever God you pray to, be with you. Our God ain't with you, but whatever God that you pray to, look, that God be with you, because y'all finna be dust. You know what I mean? Well, look, let's get off of Brittany, because ain't no man been on Brittany in a very long time. There's more men that have been on Brittany.
That's heavy when you bring it out.
You got all these mighty men on Brittany right now. She at home somewhere with a chill going down the spine. Don't even know why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the next story, Raj?
So if I could, next story, Deion Sanders offered $2.5 million deal, but Colorado athletic director admits they don't have the money yet.
Prime time. Must be the money. Yo, if y'all really want to know Deion Sanders, everybody's all butthurt right now that Deion Sanders took the money. You know what I mean? Took the bag over lifting up the athletes at Jackson State. Now, Jackson State is a historically black college and university. Walter Payton graduated from Jackson State. That's where he was recruited from. You know how I know? Because my father was on that same football team with Walter Payton at Jackson State. They used to be friends back in college. You know what I'm saying? Walter Payton came from Jackson State and is the greatest running back ever to grace the field. He is a legendary Hall of Famer right here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And Deion had a chance to develop the next Walter. All the young black athletes wanted to go down to Jackson State. They said Deion didn't even have to recruit brothers. You know what I'm saying? They were coming down there to Jackson State voluntarily. They were recruiting Deion. They were recruiting Jackson State. Jackson State didn't even have to recruit. And if Deion would have held 10 toes down, Jackson State would have the #1 football program in the country. Right. HBCUs would be back on top in athletics where they're supposed to be. And all those millions and millions of dollars would be flowing through HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? But Deion did what Deion has always done his entire life. Go look at the song. It's a horrible song, by the way. That song's so garbage, man. Look, I remember being a young boy when that song came out back in the day. It was trash then, it's trash now. Deion Sanders has been a sellout for a very, very long time. So I don't know, just because he did some good, I don't know what our people thought he was going to keep doing good. You know what I mean? Did y'all really think that he was going to keep helping black people? Deion Sanders is about himself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop expecting athletes, actors, and entertainers to lead us and do something and be some type of savior or salvation for our people, because it's not going to happen.
Right.
Go ahead.
Sir, I just saw this earlier. Deion's mentors was Creflo Dollar and T.D. Jakes.
And Eddie Long.
And Eddie Long. I'm sorry, Eddie Long and T.D. Jakes. And of course, we know that Eddie Long, the claims that came up on Eddie Long about him, molesting these boys in the Christian church. Who knows what Deion's preference is, or you know what I'm saying, what his reason is for having these black brothers, come to the school. But you can just tell just who mentors his brother is the same personality that he takes on. The Christian pastor is the dog of the earth.
Right.
He picks up the scraps that the white man throws down. So, that tells it all why Deion did what he did. Just like the Christian pastor, if the white man gives you a little money to destroy your people, you're gonna take it.
Yep, and take it gladly. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
If I may, and it's so heavy what you're bringing out, because I'm thinking along the line like Deion Sanders was already rich.
Right.
He's a millionaire,
Right.
like millionaire.
Yep.
So you had the opportunity to raise up black men and Mexican, black and brown men in that school. And it is something that can never be taken away. Like money, you can take away. Everything monetary, you can always get taken from you. But what he was in position to do at that school was something that could never be taken, like memorable. He could have took the HBCU school and put them back on top, put them back as Power 5 schools again. Like that's an opportunity that you rarely. There's no chance of you getting that.
Right.
He had it. He think that him taking this money is going to say, and this just lets you know how selfish he is. He thinking him taking this money is going to do something. Oh, I can bring my son over here. And this is the way my son can come over and be in the Power 5. Like that is so goddamn selfish. If I ever seen selfishness in my life, that's the most selfish thing. You have an opportunity to raise, but you can build a nation up right now.
Yep.
Just with what you're doing. The Lord gave you the talent to play football and coach football. You got that talent. And people want to follow you. Top 5. They can go to they can go to USC, they can go to Alabama, Georgia. They come and play with you and JSU, and you leave. Like, what type of leader are you to be?
And if I may, just to piggyback off what you're saying, which is so heavy, this is the same thing that was done in slavery.
Right.
In slavery, they took your most talented man, and he went with the plantation owner's son and taught him how to shoot, taught him how to hunt, taught him how to do all these things that we were so good at. You know what I'm saying? And we couldn't teach it to our own kids because our own kids wasn't there. They got shuttled off into another plantation. So right now, what Deion Sanders have done is he had a chance to teach all these black kids how not only how to be an athlete, but how to be a businessman, a good black man in society. And he took the money for it and went over there. Now he's going to show those oppressors' sons how to do the same thing he could have showed his own people how to do.
And if I could, what you just said was so heavy about teaching black. He could have taught young black men how to be good men in society. But here's the heavy thing about that: he can't teach young black men how to be something he's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Deion Sanders, he has a wonderful personality on camera. Okay, but he's not. I don't know him personally. I'm just going by the actions I've seen over the years and by what he's just done. He can't teach somebody how to be a good man if he's not. And I mean a good man to his people. I mean a good brother to brothers. You get what I'm saying? At the SWAC finals and everything, when at the championship, when JSU won, Deion Sanders is on stage telling the president and the staff of the university, hurry up. He took his wife was sitting there talking to people, laughing and joking and smiling and just being looked like being a wonderful sister. And Deion came in and said something to her and grabbed her by the waist and shoved her off stage. He said, "Excuse my language." He said, "Bitch, go get the bags ready. What is you doing?" You know what I mean? Go put the bags in the car. Get on. You know what I mean? He shoved. See. You know what I mean? See, I'm exaggerating, of course, but see, immediately, bing, stage left, see off the stage. Then Deion standing there, looked at his watch, and he looked and said, something. He said, "Wrap this ish up." He said, "What is y'all doing? Hurry up." That's his spirit.
He probably had to go to Colorado real fast.
He did. He had to get. He had that plane to get to Colorado. Now, hit a heavy thing about what Deion just did, though. Colorado State ain't even got the money. Like where I said, Colorado State ain't even got the money to pay him. You know what I'm saying? That man just turned his back on black people, was rude to the president and head of a historically black college and the whole entire staff, was rude to his wife, was rude to the state of Mississippi, was rude to the city of Jackson. You know what I mean? Was ignorant and sold out every black athlete that came. What about the freshmen, the sophomores, and the juniors that came under his program? He done sold all them out for IOU. That nigga didn't even get the bag.
Yeah, that's heavy.
It's an IOU. They gave him a piece of paper that said, "Deion Sanders, we promise.
Right.
Promise we will pay you $30 million. I owe you."
There you go.
And if I could,
go ahead.
And what you're saying is so heavy. What all y'all saying is so heavy because what they don't understand is General Muhammad said it best. As black people, we always look for the person with the bag to save us.
Mm-hmm.
We always look for the person with they look for Kanye West.
Yep.
Then they look for Kyrie. Now they look to Deion. And here's the thing. I was talking to a brother earlier about this. The thing about it is when you make a bunch of promises and you say you're going to do something and you don't fulfill. I understand the frustration with the people in Jackson because somebody made a promise and they didn't come. They had the power to do it. If he would, like you said, if he would have stayed there and if he would have at least 2 more years.
Yep.
You talking about a national championship. When the SEC win, one team in the SEC win a national championship, everybody in the SEC get paid.
Yeah, right.
And that's what people don't understand. If he would have stayed there, they could have won a national championship. HBCUs all around would have got paid.
Yep.
It's lucky if I may, just to piggyback off what you said. That's extra heavy what you're saying. You know, the way you come out of certain divisions in football, I played football all my life. The way you come out of those divisions, become a D1, D1A college football player or team, is you got to get people there.
Yep.
Deion Sanders he was able to get all these black kids that was gonna come to like Georgia, to Alabama, these schools, they would have came to JSU. And now JSU is a Division I Power 5 team because they got the students, they have the players, they have all the recruits are coming to JSU. Now they're like, he don't understand this money. This it's small to me. Like the little money that he took, he could have built a dynasty for blacks and brown people in HBCU schools. Like he could have changed the whole mold. And he said, "Forget this opportunity. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the money."
Go ahead. No, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, what's even more, unacceptable about what he did. He took all that he built up. He built a whole foundation over there with a lot of those kids had opportunities to go to Alabama, or to Florida State, Florida and all, and Michigan and all that. They chose to be there with him, and because they took that opportunity, to go to JS, with him. Now they lose the opportunity, and then guess what they're gonna have to do now? Now they're gonna have to go and be a kiss ass to the white man to get that opportunity again to be back in Alabama, or to get the opportunity to go to to the Georgia or whatever school they opted to go to in the beginning. Now they have to go kiss ass just to go back there and get that opportunity again.
And what's even heavier, and we're gonna get off Deion for a second and get on the state of Colorado in a minute, because another thing happening down there. What's also so heavy about what Deion did is how short-sighted Deion Sanders is. You know what I mean? You have to have discipline and wisdom to be able to look into the future. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, Lord Christ, to be able to, you know what I mean, have a long-term projective goal. What Deion Sanders was building down at JSU, that little measly $30 million that Colorado State offered him, like you said, if he'd have stayed down there for 2 more years, 3 more years, $30 million, Jackson State would have been able to offer him 3 times that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the growth that he would have brought to that football program and HBCU athletics. And the whole Southern, that whole Delta belt down there, you know what I mean? He could have built that up to be something spectacular for Black people. You know what I mean? But Deion Sanders is always, like I said, that song "Must Be the Money" is a very telling thing, because at the height of his popularity, at the height of his career, at the height of his money, at the height of his fame, he made that song basically saying, y'all hating on me because I'm getting so much money on prime time. Must be my Gators. Must be my Lamborghinis. Must be my mansion. Must be all these women I'm getting. Oh no, it's not that. It must be the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect a brother whose God is money.
Right.
Mammon is his Lord. You know what I'm saying? To do, and that's why the scriptures say a gift destroyeth the heart. You know what I'm saying? They flashed that promise of $30 million in front of Deion Sanders, and it destroyed his mind. Then a video he released just last night of him down in Colorado, going to a restaurant talking about, I'm gonna give it an A- because they ain't got no grits. I'm a Southern boy. He the right. He the only chocolate chip inside of a whole vanilla cookie. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, like I keep on harping on this. He like, do you want to be in the history books, or do you want to like be a millionaire? Like I get some people love the monetary thing. Like, do you want to be in the history books forever? You know what I'm saying? It's like you and your kid, you know what I'm saying, or you and your children. Do you want your kid to remember you for money, or do you want him to remember you, or your son to remember you for all the things you taught him in life? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna remember Deion Sanders for money. We gonna say, dang. Prime Time was a good football player, but that nigga loved this money.
He loved that money.
That house nigga loved this money. Man, when he just had an opportunity to put himself in history books, he could have put himself in a history book forever. It would never leave the earth. But when he leave the earth now, and when his money go to his wife and his kids, and he gone and he a stiff body, nobody's ever gonna talk about Deion Sanders again.
There you go.
If I could, what you're saying is so heavy. It remind me of a movie. It's Achilles. In the beginning of it, the little kid runs up to him and say, "I would never want to fight nobody that big." And Achilles look at the kid and he's like, "That's why nobody will ever remember your name."
Damn right.
And
Go ahead. My bad.
And what Deion Sanders don't understand is how what you just said is what he could have did there. I mean, and think about the gratitude that HBCUs would have had for him, not just at Jackson, but even at the HBCUs that he had beef against. Think about the because I mean, you're talking about 5-star, 4-star, 3 stars going to those HBCUs too, instead of the Power 5 schools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And his name would have been remembered. Like he would have had a legacy for somebody that came in and changed the narrative.
Exactly. But like you said, Deion Sanders, see, that's why we in the ISUPK know, and that movie Achilles is a perfect example. Deion Sanders, ISUPK is Achilles.
Right.
We don't have an Achilles heel. Right. You know what I mean? But that spirit, that warrior spirit, where we gonna go one-on-one with that giant.
Right.
With that giant man that's knocking people, that's knocking everybody out their ways. Well, you're not gonna knock us out the way.
Right.
We're gonna stay the course. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders, Kyrie Irving, Dave Chappelle, Kanye West, Ice Cube, you know what I mean? Louis Farrakhan, who? Kodak Black, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that ever said, some entertainer, Kendrick Lamar, Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? All of them are that little boy. They are not grown, they're not warriors. That's right. You know what I mean? They're not leaders of Black people. They're not meant to control an army. They're not meant to even survive the training that we have to go through. You see these covers right here. Whenever you see a man in the ISUPK with one of these covers, know that that is a certified, trained warrior, priest, killer, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
It's men of war. If you see a brother with this cover on, know that he has been mentally, physically, and spiritually conditioned and trained to lead Black people and to protect our people. That's something that a Deion Sanders, a Kanye West, and all them other people that we just named cannot have, do not have, and will not have. They're that little boy in Achilles that history will, as famous as they are on the earth right now, history will not remember them.
That's right.
But they will remember the men in the ISUPK.
That's right.
They will remember Commander General Yohana and what we're doing here right now. You know what I mean? So don't ever get that twisted. You know what I mean? And then on that video, Deion's son, as you mentioned his son is on the video. Well, he wants me to show y'all the view from the office. He wants me to show y'all the rest of the facility. He walking around the whole Colorado State facility, that Deion athletic facility, talking about, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is so great, y'all. Yeah, everything Esau got is beautiful, Negro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, that nigga got out the field and went to the big house. Huh?
Right.
So like, it's nice. They got a picture of Deion Sanders' son in a hot tub with two white women on the side of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that lets you know that not only do, like, and this ain't nobody, like, this somebody in the world that put this. They know that, you know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders elected himself to be, now he's the house nigga now. He was the house nigga at first, but now he's in the house.
He's in the house. And Deion walking
in the house.
Right. Oh, speaking of in the house, right. Yeah, they're gonna roll right. I just want to say one thing. Deion and his son is walking around Colorado State right now talking about, we got a nice house here, boss. Yo, and let's roll into that next one. What we got next?
We in the house.
We in the house.
Curry.
Oh yeah. Next up, speaking of that, Mark Curry confronts prejudiced Colorado man at hotel.
Wait, prejudice who?
Prejudiced man.
No, prejudice who?
Prejudice. Oh, Colorado man at hotel.
What state?
Colorado.
Who?
Colorado.
Oh, you mean that there's racist, prejudiced white people in Colorado? Oh my God, I thought Deion Sanders went to Shangri-La for Negroes.
Right.
Come on, man.
He said it was 60% black, didn't he?
He said it was 60% black, but it's 100% white owned. He can say what he wants. You know what I mean?
It's like those packages that say 100% cheese or 100% made with cheese.
Right.
You be looking like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I hate you.
Or 100% beef, and then you look on it and say 2% pork,
2% chicken.
Right. Or you get the apple juice and say 100% juice. I'm sorry, you get cranberry juice, say 100% juice, and it'd be like 10% cranberry, 5% grape, you know what I mean? 13% orange, and 60% apple. Like, come on, it's apple.
You can't forget the orange extract. It got some extract in it, some kind of extract in it too.
So now Deion Sanders is that extract. You know what I'm saying? God. So basically what happened is it's a whole video of it. I don't know if we can get it up. I don't think we can get up on the screen right now. You know what I'm saying? But Mark Curry, there's a show back in the days called Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Mark Curry used to be a former basketball player. He didn't make it. He was a unsuccessful basketball player. He was a coach. He did all types of things. Then he broke his way into Hollywood, and he got a TV show called Hanging with Mr. Cooper that aired for years. That man made money off that, a lot of money off that show, and he's a stand-up comedian that's currently touring around the country. And he gets to Colorado, the next stop of his tour, and he gets and checks into his hotel and goes to sit down in the lobby to relax for a minute. You know what I mean? And this random white dude comes up and tells him, hey, you know this is not a public lobby. This is a private lobby. Do you have a room here? So, yeah, who are you? First, the dude said, I'm security. Say, you security? Okay, well, I need to talk to somebody else then. Then he tells him he's an engineer. You know what that means, right? If you're a hotel engineer, that means you're a damn janitor. So the janitor came up to Mark Curry, a millionaire, to ask him if he had a room in the hotel, because they see an older, I mean, my thing is Mark Curry like 60 years old, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They see an older black dude sitting in the lobby, and he got on, the winter coat he got on, the interior has LV all up in it. So he rocking a Louis Vuitton winter jacket. I'm telling you right now, that coat that he's wearing is that security engineer's whole goddamn month's pay.
Right.
And then some. But he got the nerve to ask this rich black man, what you doing around here, boy? That's basically what happened. Then to make it even worse, off on the side on the camera is a brother. And when Mark Curry said, hey, man, you know what? I'm the only black guy here in this lobby, okay? You want to come up to the only black person here and ask me what my room is and what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? And as you know, Dan basically asked me to identify myself to you. You won't tell me who you are. You won't give me no ID. You know what I'm saying? It's no coincidence you're doing this to the only black person here. And then the so-called brother was like, he starts laughing and clapping his hands. And then he put one hand behind his back, and he got his other hand on like a squeegee or something, or a dust mop or something. You know what I mean? Talking about, oh, he's trying to play, he's going to play the race card. He's playing the race card. Excuse me for saying, nigga, what other card he's supposed to play?
if I could,
go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy, because when you're doing security at a hotel, your job at a certain point, you're supposed to look for the people that don't belong there. You're supposed to look for the people that look like they can't afford it, people that look homeless. So in his eyes, he thought, I don't care how much money you got, you're black, so you must not be able to afford this kind of hotel.
Yep, that's the point.
Well, if I could, one thing the oppressor know, and that we all know, is black people spend all their money on luxury anyway. So even though you look the part, don't mean you are the part. So that automatically gives you that second glance of, is he supposed to be here? Yeah, just because he got on Louis Vuitton don't mean he's supposed to be here.
Right.
So,
and then the other heavy part is, so after he got fed up with being harassed by this Edomite, by this oppressor, by this broke oppressor, you know what I'm saying? But he got up.
So why you there? Because we was talking about this earlier. I don't want a broke oppressor, and then here's the thing: like that oppressor got more power than him.
Exactly.
He's a millionaire,
right?
And he had this. This is why you still a slave in America, black man and brown man. This is why you still a slave in America, because you don't have power. You can have all the money that you could. Kanye West can have all the money you want. Kyrie, Jay-Z couldn't even go to Cuba a couple months, about a year ago.
Right.
They told him, no, you can't come to Cuba.
Right.
Like, you gotta have. You could be the poorest white man in this whole world and got more power than the richest black man.
That's right.
And only because the spirit of you is in America, and America runs like this country. So no matter what you do as a black man, you could flash all this money around. I don't want to go back to the Deion Sanders thing, but him and Mark Curry, right?
Right.
Like, they got money, but you don't have power. I don't care what you say, what you do. That's one thing we understand in the ISUBK. Monetary things don't matter to us, because we know this is not what's going to build us in power. Exactly. What's going to build us in power is the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So all the brothers who come to this truth and understand that. But if you in the world and you don't know that your power comes from the Most High as a black and brown man, and you keep on serving this money, you're going to continue to be just like Deion Sanders, Mark Curry, Nick Cannon, Tiffany Haddish, all y'all black people who think that monetary things are going to build you in America. It's not. They hate you. They hate you with your money.
That's right.
Oh, and if I may make a public service announcement for all you brothers, I want to hurt your feelings like my feelings was hurt, because I thought Shorty was hot. Tiffany Haddish is a heathen.
Right.
No.
Her father is Jewish.
Look, I had to hurt his feelings.
Yeah,
I want to do it. I want to do it.
My feelings too.
Mine too. I'm glad to know we got the same taste. You know what I mean? And we don't even bump head. We go out to the club. But Tiffany Haddish is a heathen.
He a mixed heathen or something?
No, her father 100% Jewish.
USDA approved.
USD. Her father is I can't even get it out. Yeah, so man. No. Her father is with the little dumb hat on his head. You know what I mean? Eating kosher pork. You know what I mean? Smoking kosher cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Buying kosher prostitutes. Buying kosher prostitutes. You know what I mean?
Eat kosher pork.
Eat kosher bacon in the morning.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I had to job. That's the latest for all you Negroes out here. Tiffany Haddish is unlawful. You know what I mean? Look, it hurt my feelings when I found it out too. Yep.
She been doing some funny shit.
You know what's so heavy? What he's saying right now? She almost got canceled about talking about pedophilia, but they canceled Kanye yesterday for saying black people were the real Jews.
You know what? Let's. All right. This one. Even though we're in the podcast, it's still UPK. All right, but I feel your spirit. Look, he like, look, I got to say it. But yeah, you're right. They almost canceled her, almost, for a whole thing about pedophilia. They met her and what's his name? Was it Rail? No, was it Rail? Not Rail. Ari Spears. Ari Spears. Her and Ari Spears did a whole skit about like the pedophile uncle and leaving it being left with the kids and all that stuff. And it was so offensive and inappropriate that they don't air it. Like it was horrible. Like he busted in the bathroom with the kid in the tub, trying to get in the bed with the kid. Like, you know, all these molesting situations. And then even the kids that participated in the skit, the parents said that the kids had nightmares about shit about that type of stuff afterwards. You know what I mean? So that's heavy that you brought that out, brother. You know what I mean?
That's why I said that too. I don't want, if I could, you know, the stuff that Kyrie Irving said and the stuff that he posted and the stuff that Kanye West said was not negligent enough to be canceled off of, you know, to get them canceled or to get them, you know, their finances took him.
Oh, good night.
But then you go ahead and say something about pedophilia. You go on there and say something about pedophilia, and which is the white man's culture. I don't know. I don't know if you guys understand that this has always been a thing for the white man. Homosexuality has always been a thing for the white man. If you look at any of those Roman sculptures, there's two naked men wrestling each other.
That's right.
This is what they've always been about. So that's not going to get the shine that Kanye West would get when he says that blacks and Hispanics are the real Jews, or blacks are the real Jews, because they know that now we're waking up to something. They don't want their world to end, and ours to come.
Right.
So this is why we being canceled.
So like it, sir. I know the audio for the Kanye joint from yesterday. So I know if you want to play that now.
Yeah, I do want to
going into it.
We're about to get up into that. So I just want to say the sister Princess Nicole. You know what I mean? Big up the Princess Nicole. That's Officer Our Lum's rib. You know what I mean? A mighty warrior up in here with a mighty rib. She just dropped the bomb. She said, "Wow, oh my God!" It says Ethiopian Jewish heritage. So she's a double heathen. You know what I mean?
She a Hamite culture vulture.
You know what I mean? So
I got the sound bite to that Kanye West thing, but we have to put it on the mic.
So so let's roll. All right, so basically, Mr. Curry got discriminated against in Colorado, the same place that Deion Sanders wanted to run to. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders released a video this morning showing him in Colorado. He's in a whole restaurant eating breakfast surrounded by Edomites. And they're, oh my God, prime time. We're so glad you're here. Then he goes to a restaurant at the end and there's a white woman standing there talking about, we are so glad that you're here. We're so thankful you're here. And da-da-da, they're giving him all these high praises. Let that nigga not have a winning season.
Right.
One winning season. You know what? I hope the Lord does not. And Deion, this is for your sake. I hope the Lord takes away your season this year, so you can see where you signed up.
Take your start quarterback.
Take your start in the first game, and have y'all had the worst record in Colorado State history, so you can see where
they can't do that.
They can't do that.
It just happened this year. So.
It happened this year.
Yeah, it was 1-11.
Repeat.
It was 1-11.
1-11. Salakia Deion, I'm not gonna give you 1-11, but I want you to go like 3-9. You know what I mean? Like, just so you can see where you at, where you signed up at, and what you did not only to yourself but your people. Because another entertainer on your level of fame and glory, and this brother is still touring right now. You know what I'm saying? Just got discriminated against in a Colorado hotel in the same place you're walking around talking about how beautiful this place is and how great it is to be there. On this side of the city, you're receiving praise from our oppressors. And on the other side of the city, another entertainer is being oppressed by our oppressors. Another famous black man, another rich black man has to face oppression while you over here getting praise and glory because you're about to do something for their damn football team. Come on, man. Anybody else got anything on that?
No, I got that sound bite
right before we go into it. And what you're saying is so heavy because you see who really has, how General Muhammad would say, the cojones to really stand up for who they are and for what's right. You know what I'm saying? Kanye being vilified, like what y'all brought out, is so heavy. I didn't even watch it last night. But every chance he get, if you watch his interviews, he'll say, I can say whatever I want now.
Right.
Come get me. I can say whatever. If every chance he get, he'll say that. You know what I'm saying? And you got him speaking out. You got Kyrie posting up videos, screenshots of videos that he's watching. And now all of a sudden you got Mr. House nigga himself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Supposed to bring change to the black community, but he want the bag.
Right.
Salakia.
Right. And what you're bringing out is so heavy because that's where we're about to go next. So everybody, as you know, this is the latest podcast. So this is one thing you got to get used to. You know what I'm saying? We are going to bring out the latest news and the latest happenings in this world. I know everything y'all listening to right now, you might look at and say, hey, we know about these things. So we're just giving you a fresh perspective on, Con, if you could, the water. And we go. And we're just giving you a fresh perspective on these events that have happened in the media, the latest things that are happening. That's the water. That happened in the media. You know what I mean? Now, you know what time it is. I wish we need like a special graphic right now when we bring out the latest. This is the absolute. The Deion Sanders thing that happened last night. The Mark Curry thing that happened last night. So that is the latest news. But you know what also happened last night? WAC 100.
WAC 100.
Big up to WAC 100, yo.
If I could, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Just to get WAC 100 his props, man. WAC 100 been working with Captain Zariak, man, and he's the one that created this platform for Cap and Kanye to be on the same platform, and Cap utilized it, you know, with the expertise that Cap has. You know what I'm saying? But WAC 100, man, big ups to you for allowing this mutual, you know, come together with Kanye West. It definitely benefited us in the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you hear what's going on with this video, with this Clubhouse skit, y'all gonna see how the white man is totally against you.
Damn right.
Black man.
Now, if I could, like he kind of ruined my intro. No, it's all good. Hey, sometimes that's what the right is. Hey, look, I got strong hands. I'm saying. But no, last night, WAC 100 facilitated a chance for Captain Tazariak to directly interview Kanye West on Clubhouse. You know what I mean? So Kanye West was on Clubhouse last night, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Doing his Kanye thing. Cap asked him, being the eloquent interviewer that he is. You know what I'm saying? He asked Kanye a question. Kanye, did his usual Kanye thing, talk for about 30 minutes. You know what I mean? But that's who Kanye is. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get to this clip. When Captain Tazariak of the ISUPK, captain of 13,000 from the ISUPK, really got into started to really get into an interview that took Kanye out of that character that he's playing for everybody. Kanye will get up and ramble for a while and say the same things over and over and over to try to prove his point. Right. Well, Captain Tazariak actually posed a couple questions to Kanye that made Kanye pause and really start to answer. And the white man being the devil, two things happened last night. that that our oppressors do not want to see. Number one, Kanye West running his mouth. Okay. Number two, Kanye West being interviewed and talking to Captain Tazaryak or any member of the ISUPK under Commander Jerry Young. Last night, something historic happened. Captain Tazaryak started interviewing Kanye West, and the white man felt a shiver through his soul.
Damn right.
You know how they say that if some stepped on your grave feeling? Well, they felt their graves being stepped on last night. And they did what, you know, the so-called Jewish man is such a dumb devil. Right. You know what I mean? That he doesn't realize he's saying that he's not the most powerful devil in the world, that he don't got all this control, but he's muting and shutting down everybody and everything that says Jew or Jewish. You know what I mean? The word nigga was said 1,000,000 times. One of y'all brothers brought this up earlier when we was talking about it. The word nigga was said 1,000,000 times on that broadcast last night, and ain't nothing happened.
It was an Asian racist kind of joke that was in there too.
Yeah, even an Asian. Yeah, some brother made an off the cuff Asian comment. Nothing happened. But let's play this clip real quick, and y'all you will see what happened last night.
In the top 5 streaming artists of all time without no album out. Hundreds of millions of other people do too. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, somewhat of answer my question.
Okay. Now my next question. Wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though.
No.
Get him, Jay.
No. Oh, shit, y'all. I want to do a follow-up, but I know Ion's going to ask.
No, do the follow-up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow-up, I follow like the Israelite belief. And so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see you're switching. And then from watching the Drink Champs video, you made a statement to say that, you know, we're the Jews too. So like, where did that part come from? Was it something that you learned from like the Jewish people? Or is this something that you learned from your own side? And where do you intend to take that part?
You know, when I went on Alex Jones is interesting. He talked about this. It's so funny. You wouldn't expect Alex Jones to specifically back up that thought and that theory. I would read the Bible. I'm looking at the location of the Bible. And I went and visited Buju Banton, and I'm getting different people's perspectives on Christ. I have my boy Mickey Halstead also shares these same beliefs. And my question is, why are we the only people that don't have a flag? Well, obviously, our existence was erased. Those slave ships was real, bro. You know, we are the Jew, and they are Jewish, like that of a Jew.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you wanted to hear that? I'm already canceled, right? So I can say stuff like that. I want to make sure, because it was important. Even though we're not face to face, I heard in your voice that Timberland story that I tell all the damn time was not that funny to you. You was trying to get it to somebody. You was trying to get it to like a real conversation. We trying to line up in front of the stadium right now. And people, my thing is, you know what? There are truths to the relationship. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There are more Chinese computer engineers and Indian computer engineers than there are of other races. You know, there are more creatives in the entertainment field than of other races that are black. You know, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. That's why they're around. Like everyone's trying to like homogenize the New World Order us and not have us look at the heritage of where things come from. Something that I heard for Christians out there is that the Bible describes dinosaurs as dragons, because that's something in the indoctrination school known as Sierra Canyon that they do to make your kids come home and be like, well, Dad, well, you know, what's up with the dinosaurs? So we're saying the importance of history. And if we know where we come from, we can know where we're going. And there's all these overlaps where history repeats itself. Like certain stuff where I go through dealing with Yeezy and scams and all that, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in a Gucci movie right now as we speak. Like even this thing, like, why was Corey Gamble sent into the Kardashian Jenner family? Mind you, Corey Gamble was Puff Daddy's Manny, I'm sorry, right? And then Corey Gamble was next to Justin Bieber when he was getting in trouble, right? And then soon as Bruce Jenner turned to Caitlyn Jenner, here go Corey Gamble. Why is that? Because if you see me and Kim, and I'm doing an Easy Fashion show, and we got the most visibility of all time, then the richest man in the world would offer me a deal and then take the deal away from me and then hire my best friend and make him the head of Louis Vuitton, right? It was all to keep us at the Ari Emanuel entertainment level, because we stay on the path we're going, we get to Medici level. You go above Vatican.
All right, well, y'all get the gist of it. So basically, you heard what Kanye said about us being Jews and them being Jewish. I don't want to play the whole thing, you know what I mean? We played a little bit more of it than I planned to.
I think a little bit after that it stopped.
Right, so what ends up happening is Kanye, Captain Desaria's interviewing Kanye, and Kanye reiterates that we are the Jews and that they're Jewish. That we're the Jews and they're not, okay? And everybody laughed. Everybody said, whoa, at his statements. I'm sure the full interview is on Cross the Line Radio. Big shout out to Captain Desaria and Captain Kadazar for Cross the Line. You know what I mean? But in the midst of that, of Kanye talk, he said, come and get me. Y'all can't do nothing to me. Come and get me. And then he started back talking, and they pulled the plug on the entire room. Clubhouse shut the room down and canceled Kanye's account. Like that. I'm talking about in less than a minute. Like the live feed, the live feed went out. Everybody was kicked out of the room. The room was shut down and canceled and erased. And Kanye's Clubhouse account was deleted.
If I could
go ahead.
What you saying is so heavy, and why the video itself was so heavy. Kanye said this was what's really stood out to me. He said he was looking for a new perspective. Kanye, let me give you some perspective real quick. There's a difference between perspective and truth.
Right.
So let me help you see things from a new point of view. If you want real perspective, it starts here at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in all black.
That's right.
You understand? If you want the truth undefiled, we don't have nothing to gain except for you coming to Christ.
That's it.
That's all we have to gain.
That's it.
And we don't have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Except for telling the truth.
Damn right.
So if you could pull that scripture for me, Baba Kushar.
It's like before you do that, his money don't mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I wanted to say.
Right.
Your money means nothing.
Right.
You can come in here, you do all that talking in here in front of sitting at this school. We gonna tell you shut the hell up.
That's right.
Listen, your problem is you make a lot of money because you in the world, but you don't know nothing.
That's right.
You looking for perspective because you don't shut the hell up.
That's right.
And if I could, Salagi, if I could, before you get to that script, I just want to say what the brother's bringing out is so heavy. Like Kanye, the only thing that we have to gain from you coming into this school is your brotherhood.
That's right.
Okay? Understand that. Your money don't mean a damn thing to us. There are brothers in this school that make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's right.
You know what I mean? There have been millionaires in this school. There have been entertainers and celebrities in this school. You wouldn't be the first.
That's
and
right.
you won't be the last.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But what you have to gain, brother, is some brothers that will love you, that will look after you, that will watch your back, that will protect you. You'll have men above you that can guide you and show you the right way and the right direction to do the things that you're trying to do right now. From everything you're saying that Kanye West is saying, for the direction that he's trying to go in, everything that you want in life right now, spiritually and in life, the direction you're looking for is right here in the eyes you became the commander general.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that, go ahead.
Piggyback off what you're saying. And if you come in here, you know what our job is. Our job is to make sure you don't stay.
That's right.
And the words of General Muhammad, the job is to prove a friend.
Mhm.
If you don't prove yourself in here, then you're gonna be out the door.
Right.
We don't want you here.
What he say? We're better by subtraction.
Yeah, he said we're going to achieve perfection by subtraction. That's a statement that before I graduated Hebrew Academy, I was like, oh Lord, what did I get into? But now I understand it. You know what I mean? You can't be weak up in here. You have to be strong. You have to gird up your loins, as the scriptures say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to find your manhood. You got to ooze machismo.
That's right.
Up in here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I mean? You get the machismo. You know I'm gonna do it. Like you can't come in here and be a weak man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what the world fears started happening last night, but it's not over. So Kanye, listen, you need to finish that interview with Captain Tazariak.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. With Captain, it should be a one-on-one.
Right.
Captain Tazariak and Kanye West. And if y'all, like anybody who's watching this podcast, this is something that needs to not only be shared, that quote in itself should be shared. Kanye West need to have a one-on-one with Captain Tazariak. One-on-one. We should post that all over Facebook, Instagram, everything.
They make it go viral.
Until it go viral,
Until
until
it happens.
Kanye, you got to force his hand.
Right.
Right. Because Kanye, what you want to say, we have the platform to say what you want to say. We have the platform for you to not only tell the truth that you tell your truth, but also for you to learn the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're on the doorway to the truth, Kanye. You're on the crust of it. You getting there. He's really getting there.
That's right.
One foot in, one foot out. He's almost. You know what I mean? You like Luther's curl. They just not quite. You know what I mean? Well, you Kanye is getting there, and the way you're gonna get there fully, like you said, you got $400 million, brother.
That's
you
right.
already been muted, silenced, X'd out, me too'd, E-too'd, X-too'd, whatever too'd. You know what I mean? Attitude. You know what I mean? Gratitude. You had all the tools done to you and everything. So now you're at a point in life as a rich man, as a black man, where you can fine-tune yourself and do something really, really great in this world.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You coming into this truth is going to save the lives of so many Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. The real Jews would benefit from you just having a one-on-one sit down with Captain Tazariak and or Commander General Yohana.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? So go ahead.
If I could, I was gonna say what you're saying was so perfect. Run right into what I was to the full.
Let's get your scripture. Come on.
Good.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
This is my favorite, all-time favorite scripture in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me get that. What you say, John 8? What?
John 8,
22,
verse 32.
32.
John 8:32. And here's a bit of medicine for the world. Here's a bit of medicine for Kanye West. Go ahead and read that if you could.
And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall what?
And ye shall know the truth.
Kanye West, the Lord said, and ye shall know the truth. What is the truth? The truth is that you're correct. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel.
That's right.
The truth is, if any man shall lose his life, shall find it. But if you want to gain the world, then you'll lose your soul. You understand? And the truth is, now you're at a breaking point, and you're finding yourself.
That's right.
I don't believe Kanye West is crazy.
Right.
He's finding himself.
That's right.
The scripture saying, ye shall know the truth. Go ahead.
And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall what?
And the truth shall make you free.
Once you understand who you are, you get that very thing that America stripped away from you. Your nationality, your culture.
Right.
You get who you here's something that General Muhammad said that stuck with me. He said, the one thing you know that the Most High wants you to be is who he created you to be.
That's right.
Once you get that back, then you're free. You ain't got nothing else to lose. You say come get me. You're saying come get me. The truth will make you free. Like the other one said, kind of kind.
Just to piggyback off what you're saying, not only you got to think about this as a double-edged sword too. They are buying Kanye West now. The Kanye West you're getting is free.
Right.
The Kanye West you're getting now don't have to be bought.
That's right.
Because now he's waking up to who he is. You don't have to spend money to get this Kanye West. But the Kanye West you got before, it was bought. They paid for it.
Right.
They made sure they put money on his book so he can keep you in prison and keep yourself in prison. You don't want to be there no more.
That's right.
If I may.
Good.
And it's so heavy what you just brought out. Like it's the chain reaction, y'all. That's to let you know this one body.
Right.
But it's so heavy what you bringing out because what he said yesterday. He said, "Yeah, what's the people who like Forbes? Is it Forbes list or whatever that they tell you how much money you got?" He said they hated that they had to say I was still worth $400 million.
Right.
After I lost $2 billion.
After I lost $2 billion. He said they hated it. But that lets you know his mentality. He was like, he thought he lost everything. In his mind, I lost everything. And Forbes just had to say, oh, he still got $2 billion. He still got $400 million. He still got $400 million. Like, just think about that. Like, even a brother, I'm gonna tell you, I kind of,
that's heavy.
I was kind of happy that he said that because to me, I'm thinking like somebody who lost $2 billion. We know it's more than $2 billion. It's a little bit more. Well, it is what it is, you know.
Right.
But somebody who lost $2 billion to be as humble and still say, "Come and get me," that lets you know something.
He want to lose more.
That lets you know the spirit of the Lord. Not saying he in the truth, but the spirit of the Lord is on that brother. And what's gonna happen is the Lord uses him to usher in the rest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the a one-on-one with Captain Tazariak is so important because those brothers that want to see Kanye be crazy get to see Kanye be so-called crazy with Captain Tazariak.
Right.
And then Captain Tazariak show him he ain't that crazy.
Right.
Maybe you crazy.
Right.
Maybe you the one that's thinking that everything the white man says is true, and what Kanye saying is right. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually started bringing that up yesterday.
Yeah, I think he said something like to the facts of, you know, if I'm crazy in a crazy world, then maybe I'm normal.
Yeah.
You know,
that's heavy.
So
That's heavy.
That was heavy. You know, Kanye West is not as you know idiotic as people think he is. He's actually pretty damn smart. And the brother, what he was bringing out yesterday, of course, we don't agree with everything he said. But a lot of the things he was saying hit and touched base on what you know what our ideals is too when it comes to our people. So you know that's one thing that grasped me in, and I love the way that Captain Tazariak, you know, facilitated that whole interview because he made sure that the interview didn't go like an argument back and forth. It was more like, what do you think? And then let me touch on the things that we can pair with, you know what I'm saying? The things that we both have the same interest in. And that's why the white man took it off there.
Right.
It was like, wait a minute. If Kanye West says that we're black people are Jews and the white men are Jewish, then everybody's going to believe him because he has money. That's people care about money. That's it. Money is a defense.
And if I could, what y'all saying is, if you could pull for me 1 Corinthians 1:21, you know what I mean? Because like you said, Kanye West is not crazy. You know, people like Kanye on the Kanye is off his meds.
Right.
You know what I mean? The problem was that they put that brother on medication when he didn't need medication. He just needed some counseling, some therapy, and some good brotherhood. You know what I mean? Kanye needed brotherhood. Kanye needed the ISUPK. He needed brothers like us to be by his side to reel him in when he was going too far, to tell him that everything in his mind is not correct. You know what I mean? And to get that brother disciplined. Can you imagine a sharpened, disciplined Kanye, well focused and aimed in the right direction? You know what I mean? With one body, one mind, one objective, one goal, and focused on that goal. You know what I mean? That would be a mighty man, with or without his riches. That would be a mighty man, because we are an example of what that is.
Right.
And we don't have Kanye's riches.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what we do is we follow after the Lord. If you could, Baba Gashah, read that scripture for me.
Khan.
Actually, start at verse 20.
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 20. Where is the wise?
Where's what?
Where is the
Where
wise?
are the wise men of this world? Where is the wise? The wise are right here in the ISUPK. Go ahead.
Right. Where is the scribe?
Where are the scribes? Where are the men that wrote down history? You know what I mean? That wrote down the things and the acts of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The real way, and wrote the truth down so it could be passed on to generation to generation. Where are these men at? Go ahead.
Where is the distributor of this world?
No, you read that word wrong.
Okay. Where is the disputer of this world?
Where is the disputer of this world? Where are the people that are going to look at this world and the things going on and dispute it and fight against it and say that's not right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kanye West wants to be a disputer of this world. Kanye, the Lord has put that in his spirit to be a disputer right now. But he needs to come amongst the wise.
That's right.
He needs to be a wise disputer of this world. You know what I mean? He needs to be focused and disciplined and trained and shown how to properly fight this fight that he's trying to put his foot in. You know what I mean? His hands in. Go ahead.
Khan. Have not God made foolish of the wisdom of this world?
God has made the wisdom of this world foolishness. So whatever you think you know in this world, you think you so wise, you so woke, you so conscious, you so this, you Afro this, you Egypt that, you blah, 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 blah. It's all foolishness because the true knowledge of the Lord makes all of that foolish. So when you learn the truth behind everything, when you learn the real history, when you learn who the Lord really is, when you learn how this world is really supposed to be, everything that you've ever known becomes a foolish thought. Continue reading.
Verse 21. For after that in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God.
So the world by its own wisdom does not know God. You know what I mean? The foolishness of this world, the things that you think are wise in this world, what's some wisdom of this world? God is dead.
Right.
They say that's a wise thing. God is an absentee parent. God loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? Heaven is a mystical place in the sky, and hell is a fiery place under the earth. Go ahead.
God is a man and a woman.
Oh my good night, right there.
Everything.
He's everything. God is a man and a woman. Jesus is God is transgendered and Jesus is translucent. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? They got this whole trans, and we ain't even get into that today. This whole this LGBTQ preacher that's talking about God and Christ are trans. They can choose to be whatever they want to be. Yeah, Ross looked up like, what the hell? Yeah, I didn't even post that article. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a preacher out here to show you the weakness of the Christian church. And Kanye is finally getting away from that Christian mentality. That's why Captain Zaryak asked him that question about where did he gain the philosophy and the knowledge that he's getting right now, because he didn't get it from no Christian church. The Christian church is going to tell you God is a spirit. Christ ain't got no color. Now they're saying that God is a trans being, and that Christ is a trans being. That's why in the picture of the Last Supper, Christ looked like a kind of effeminate because he could be a male or a female. That wasn't even Christ in that picture. That's Caesar Borgia.
Right.
You know what I mean? Christ is a heart. If you can look, you see that picture over there, and the angle that we at, you can see that picture right there in green with the green brother right there with that woolly hair. And that scroll in his hand, that is Yahushua Mashiach, an austere man, a man of war known as Jesus Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Continue with the scriptures.
Khan. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
It pleases God by the foolishness of preaching. We're looked at as being foolish. We're looked at, they call us crazy. They call us identity extremists. They call us all type. They call the ISUPK the real Israelites, all types of crazy names and crazy things. So that's why Kanye, with the path that you're on right now, brother, is a good path, because they call us crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? They call us stupid. They tell us to get a job. They tell us to go to school. Well, brothers got jobs. Brothers got college educations, high school degrees, GEDs, master's degrees, doctorates, everything under this banner. You know what I mean? And we all chose the foolishness of preaching to try to save our people. If you could, drop down to verse 27.
Connor McCon, verse 27. But God have chosen the foolish things of the world.
The foolish things of the world that this scripture is talking about is us, is the preaching of the word of the Lord. You know what I mean? That's why I said through the foolishness of preaching. That's the foolish thing that he's talking about. Go ahead.
To confound the wise.
To do what?
To confound the wise.
So those that think that they're wise in this world and think you know everything, when we go out here and we bring these scriptures and we tell you about what God really wants, they say what? Not my Jesus.
Right.
Where they say that at? Which Bible is that? My Bible don't say that. Yeah, dude, you just ain't read it. You know what I mean? It confounds your mind. Your preachers get confounded by these scriptures. Your scholars get confounded by these scriptures. Your grandmother, your grandfather, everybody that ever tried to teach you about God and teach you about the Bible gets confounded by the priests and prophets of the ISUPK under Commander General John.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead and read that on the last couple ones out there.
Okay. And God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
And the weak things of the world, listen, once again, the men of the ISUPK, the weak things of the world are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have no power. We have no identity. We have no identity out of everybody else on this planet. We have the least amount of power out of everybody on this planet. We own less than 1% of the wealth. Less than 1% of the land. We control no percentage of our lives. We don't control our destiny. We don't control our direction. But you know what? The Lord said that he's going to use the weak things of this world to confound the mighty. You know who the mighty is? Our oppressor, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
right.
That fake Jewish man is the mighty who pulled the plug on Kanye, on Cap and Kanye last night. Who the muted Kanye, took his Adidas deal, got him kicked out of his record company, got him kicked out of every deal that he had going. They did the same thing to Bill Cosby. They did the same thing to Kanye West. They threatened, they suspended Kyrie Irving. They threatened to do the same thing to him. They threatened to do the same thing to Dave Chappelle. All because Kanye, Kyrie, Chappelle, all these brothers simply said what the truth is, that the real Jews are black.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Anybody else got anything to say?
If I could,
go ahead.
What you're bringing out is so heavy because we're talking about a man that used to be the richest black man in the world. Like this man is formerly the richest nigga in the world. And what he said was so heavy, which is what you was bringing out. What crossed his mind is everybody got a flag except for us.
Except for us. Right.
And I'm saying when he said, I'm thinking that's heavy. And then Cap was like this, that's heavy. And I'm saying her like I'm saying her like this heavy for a nigga that was the world's richest nigga. And nobody said Jeff Bezos was crazy.
Right.
Nobody said that Ford
Elon
Musk. Nobody said he was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But because it's a nigga saying that I can't be anti-Semitic because I'm Semitic.
Right.
Now he's crazy.
Right.
You know what even hit harder now that I'm thinking about it? What is the Native American flag? We in a land of Native Americans that don't even have a flag, and this is their land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know, that's how you know that we attached to those tribes too. What Kanye West said yesterday hit so close to home because who represents you? Nobody represents you, man. It's just we in an oppressor's land. We getting beat down into power, and then there's nobody that's coming to our rescue to say, "Hey, why don't y'all stop doing that to them?" Nobody. So so I can go ahead.
No, it's why you guys want to add on.
Saying Deuteronomy is saying that was gonna happen with nobody to save us.
Right.
It was gonna be nobody to save us.
Right.
Still nobody to save us except for Commander Jerry Hunter.
That's right. That's right.
Hey y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank y'all for joining us. This has been the latest podcast, episode 2. You know what I mean? We're gonna come at y'all live at least once a month, you know what I'm saying? With whatever the latest news is that's going on in this world, to give you a brand new and fresh perspective on what's happening in this world. You know what I mean? And anything that happens the day that this podcast airs, we are going to air it out on the air.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We're going to keep you up to date. We're going to keep you fresh. We're going to keep you in tune. That's our time, everybody. Shalom.
Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear them niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. I don't know what these niggas heard, boy, this my shit. Funeral home look like a gathering for the gothic. Outside of your crib like we held somebody hostage. Box shit, aiming at your noodle with a chopstick. She love me, but she say she hate the way I make her toxic. Double up on everything I do cause I'm a prophet. Picture me coming to you for help, boy, that's nonsense. It's just me and my niggas, everybody know we got this. Watch your tone, you bass, I got something make you high pitch. Thinking he got faith till he run into a scholar. You a goon, he a goblin, tell him I'm a monster. Niggas forget the goal, all I care about is honor. If I say I'm not 2 or not 3, use your logic. Handicap match, get some help and then combine. He think he big, treat his head just like an ostrich. So many hands and feet like he jumped inside a mosh pit. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0
gotta tell them till it lock. And these niggas plot and they wanna stop them, they mock and they tryna block. Gon' be lead them niggas in the box, then I leave them rot. And it's time to clock in. You hide, then I take your spot, then I guarantee I make it top 10. Ain't no one beside me thinking it's a tie. Leave his stomach in the knot. See if your man think he hot too, give his top 3. And Frank in the booth, niggas can't spot me. I leave Earth coming back down, going Mach 3. See the sound couldn't catch up, I'm like lightning. I'm here, then I'm gone, leave them scared, so frightening. Up here, then we swarm, ain't fair when we fight team. Me and my team stick together like we signed me. She ain't mind speed, tell her go, shit, she might leave. He ain't one West, he a hoe, shit, he might leave. Say I'm not a rapper, then again, shit, I might be. Nigga know it's live.
Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in.